lesson 2. This lesson is called How to Establish Your Why, and it will show you how to determine what motivates you in life. So to sum it up, your why is what your passion is. This is what separates humans from other animals, in my opinion. It's our desire to thrive, not just simply survive. So we all have this vision of what our perfect ideal life looks like. And this is a vision that's in our head. And something that is commonly referred to as the originator of your why is a TED Talk by Simon Sinek. And it's the talk about how great leaders inspire action. And what he describes is that your why is your purpose. It's the reason you get up in the morning. It's what motivates you to take action. It's what keeps you focused each and every day. No one has the power to take purpose from you. But while it is yours, many can share your purpose. Aligning shared passions, shared beliefs, and shared value is how one finds common purpose. So what does that mean? That means that your why is why you wake up in the morning. The reason this lesson is important and the reason I included it is because you need to know what your why is. You need to know what your purpose is, because this is what is going to help you when time gets tough. And the truth is, no one has the power to take your purpose from you. But while it might be yours, many people might be motivated by the same thing. So when you start to look at other people's common purposes, you'll start to understand what motivates you. And this is really going to help you. And this is how millionaires act and how they think. They're very, very aligned with their purpose, and everything they do is with that in mind. So to find your purpose, how to establish your why, first look for patterns in your life to find what your why is. Looking at what you do with your time off, what do you spend your money on? So ask yourself what motivates you. For me personally, like we spoke about previously, the freedom of everything, the personal, professional, and financial freedom is what motivates me. But for you, it might not be the freedom that much. It might just be being able to provide for your family. It might be being able to take time off for when you want and be in control of your own schedule. Or it might be to just have nicer things in life and live in a nicer area and have a nicer car. There's nothing wrong with that. But dig a little bit deeper and ask yourself what really motivates you at your core. If you had all the money in the world, what would you be doing? Dissect what your perfect life looks like. Start to break it down and ask yourself, why do you want the things you want? That's going to help you establish what your why is. And like we said before, everyone is inspired by different things. And that's one of the other beautiful things about freelancing is that it helps you achieve what you want. It's all about what you make it. And if money wasn't an object, dissect it more. What would your life look like? What would you do? Not only like what car would you drive and what house would you live in, like we said before, but go deeper even than that. What would you do every day if you didn't physically have to work? Because as humans, we want to contribute to things. And once you're not kind of stuck in that vicious cycle of paycheck to paycheck, just paying your bills, that's when you can actually do what you want. And that is what your passion is. So if you're not at that level yet, that is what freelancing can do for you. And you need to shift your mindset and understand that you need to have passion in the back of your head with everything you do. And then, what mark do you want to leave on this world? Ask yourself, what do you want your legacy to be? So for me, I want to empower myself and others to have true freedom over their lives. For you, it might be something else. And that is what you need to tap into. This is what is going to really help you start up. It's going to help you get off the ground because your why is your fuel. It's what motivates you when things get tough. So what I recommend right now, write down what your why is. And not just right now, but every single day. I like to do it in the morning. You can, type it out. There's a lot of power of physically writing things down and journaling. And just taking that couple seconds will help align your mind. It will remind you why you're doing all of these things, because it's not easy to become super successful. But when you do the things you know you have to do and that you're learning in this program, and you keep your why and your purpose in your heart, it makes it completely possible and achievable. This lesson is called Massive Action versus the Law of Attraction, and it shows you how to combine these two to actually have success and develop a true millionaire mindset. First, before we combine these together, we need to look at what massive action is versus what the law of attraction is. So since most people are more familiar with the law of attraction, let's start there. So the law of attraction is the belief that positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experience into a person's life. What that means is basically the contents of your mind become your reality. That is what the law of attraction basically states. Now, the reason this lesson is important is because if you just sit here and meditate just like this girl right here, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to attract anything positive in your life. And I want to be real with you. I want to be completely honest in this academy. In order to actually have results, you can't just sit there and you can't just hope that they come in your life and pray that they do. A lot of people live this way. Of course, you need to be positive, but this is not enough to really make an impact. Positive thinking does nothing without action followed up by it. It's a great start to just think positive, but if you don't take those actions along with it, you're not going to get anywhere at all. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't get out of their own head, they don't get out of their own way, and they don't ever start freelancing in the first place. And you need to just start somewhere. Take that first action. And not only, is it just one action, the one action builds off the next, builds off the next. The truth is, it takes massive levels of action and repeated action to attract what you want in life. Nothing great was built overnight, and nothing worth having is easy to achieve. Persistence and perseverance are the keys to success. So when you start looking at how you can combine these two, right? So the law of attraction, you need to stay persistent with this. You need to make sure when you wake up, you write your why down, you're thinking positive, you want to attract the best things to your life, but then actually having the persistence and perseverance to take those actions every day, those repeated actions, even when you don't feel like it. And every marathon starts with the first step. So the law of action has to be combined with this law of attraction, like I said. So even when you just do the smallest thing, every little action you do in the day builds off of each other. Same thing with every marathon starts with the first step. You just start. You just need to start taking those actions. And the reason it's very important with freelancing and with any, online business or anything in general is that it's easy to get stuck, like I said, in this thinking phase and this research phase. But action is really what is going to get you to that next step. You need to start being obsessed with getting to where you want to go. So taking massive action means making your goal or the act of accomplishing your goal your sole obligation. That's what it means. So you don't have to think of being obsessed as a bad thing, right? Well, it is bad if you're obsessed with the wrong things, but if you're obsessed with the right things, if you're obsessed with providing for yourself, for providing with your family, for being the first one in your family to actually be able to give back to your community, that's the kind of obsession I'm talking about. Taking the first step to define your ultimate goal, this is another way you can start to combine these two. You need to start to understand where your focus is going to be. And the way to do that is to understand, like we said, what your ultimate goal is. It's a little bit different than what your why is, but it's your ultimate goal. Where are you going? What is that end goal you want to get to? Is it being, a full-time freelancer and having multiple clients that fully supports your life? You need to understand what that goal is, because then, only then, is when you can actually start to develop your circle of focus. So the circle of focus. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and a bunch of other successful people all attribute their success to one thing. If they had to boil it down, they were asked this in many, many interviews, they all boil it down to the word focus. And this is especially important when you're freelancing because there's so many different things you can do. And like I said, in this course, we're going to be using Upwork as our, platform for freelancing. And this is what your circle of focus should look like. Upwork, you should be focusing on building your profile, following these modules, and starting to land clients. But that's not always what happens because let's say you start to do something else. Now you build a website. So not only are you spending your time on trying to get clients on Upwork, but now you said, you know what? Oh, I think I need to have a website. So this might throw you off, but the truth is you don't need a website or an audience or a social media presence to freelance, to get started. The truth is, when I started out, I thought I needed to do this. I literally spent like $750 on a logo, a branding package. I spent, weeks building my website, paid for hosting, domains, all these different things. And the truth was I was spreading myself and my focus too thin. So let's say you're on Upwork, and like I said, you start trying to build a website and focus on all of that. Now your focus is diverted into two things. So instead of putting all of your energy into making something great, you're kind of half-assing two things. And this is really when it starts to get dangerous, when your circle of focus looks like a pizza pie. And this is the point I had gotten to because I wasn't having the success I wanted when I was doing things the old way, when I was trying to generate the demand in my freelancing services, as opposed to going out there and capturing the millions of clients that are already posting jobs and looking for work. So this is what it looks like when your circle of focus is spread so thin. Well, you might think you need to post on Facebook 3 times a day, post on LinkedIn, Instagram, and then what does that leave? 20% now of your energy is on Upwork. And this is where you can really start to shoot yourself in the foot. You think you're doing more, but in reality, you're actually doing less because the quality you're going to put in when your focus is shifted all throughout your day, all throughout your week on all these different things is not going to help you get to that next level. So understanding that you need to combine massive action with the law of attraction, and you need to keep your circle of focus on one thing. Once you understand that, then you understand what is actually required to make these two work together. So once you have mastered that one single thing on your circle of focus, that's when you can actually move on and then move on to something else. But make sure you're not moving on until you've mastered that first thing first. So now you understand massive action versus the law of attraction.